doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? It's your girl V with Shredder Tuesdays. Shredder Tuesday. Hey. Okay, sorry. Losing focus, losing focus. How are you today? I hope that you are feeling marvelous. Guess what? It's already the middle of June. Can't believe that. I mean, this month is rolling. So if you're not with it, I'm gonna need you to get with it. Come on, let's enjoy life. Let's get on out and do a little bit of something in the meantime. Don't just sit at home and do nothing. But anyway, so welcome to Strategy Tuesdays. I have a special guest with me today. But before we get into that, like I just said, it's June, right? And so usually after Memorial Day, everybody is starting to what? Go swimming. You're at the lake, you're at the pond, you're probably on the beach, you're probably in the backyard with a little kiddie pool, whatever that you may be doing. You may be doing maybe not even that. But anyways, you might be trying to learn how to swim. So I want to encourage you to make sure that you learn how to swim. Teach your children how to swim. Don't wait until they 6 or 7 years old. Don't wait until they 3 or 4. You can start as early as a newborn. Did you know that? Because when a woman has a baby, they already in the and they already swimming, right? So when they come out, they kind of already know how to float. But we didn't kind of lost that ability to teach them how to float a little bit longer. So even if you have like a 6 month old or almost a 1 year old, you can teach them how to swim because it starts off with trusting the water. So let me not lose focus because I get all into my tangent. But the wonderful ladies of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated have been partnered with USA Swimming for over 14 years. And so I'm quite sure near a city near you, there is a water safety event that is going on. And so I'm happy to tell you about the one that's going on in the great state of Oklahoma. Matter of fact, Oklahoma City, because I know Tulsa is having one as well. But the water safety event is free. Here are some dates for you to save. So if you're in Oklahoma City, you want to come and learn how to swim, jot these dates down. June 25th, July 25th, and August 17th. So you can go to OKC Swim. Okay. OKC Swim on Facebook. 1922. Just look up Swim 1922 on Google and you'll see all types of water safety events, not just in Oklahoma, but everywhere. All right. I done talked enough about that. Let me introduce you to my special guest. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Because we about to have some fun. Come on in here. How you doing, Miss Kristen? Hey.
Well,
My
how-
girl KP. We're gonna call her KP. Y'all give us some put some respect on her name, KP, with the Balance Life. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. I have my candle. Wait,
Thank
wait.
you.
I gotta turn it this way. Mm.
Hopefully, it's giving you some calm in your day.
Well, I haven't even used it, y'all. I bought it from her. Can y'all see? Can y'all? Yeah, there we go. Can y'all see what it says? Okay. And so it says rooted in community advocacy and holistic health. Okay. Now I'm about to light it today, right now, while we on while we having this conversation.
Oh, oh,
Oh wait, hold on. I didn't have it on there long enough. Yeah, baby. Oh, there we go.
yes. Like
Mm.
the holistic goodness.
Yes, set the mood. Set the mood. Where my wait? I want to make sure y'all can see it on screen. There we go. I think that's about right. Well, if you can't see, you know I'm over here burning a candle. I'm gonna put it right here. There we go. Okay. I know, doing the most on screen, right? So, KB, tell us about the balance life. What is this?
I started the balanced life because I had fibroids, and so you know how that community goes with Black women and our reproductive system and childbearing and things like that. It wasn't a lot of information out there, especially when I was diagnosed back in my 20s. And we're not going to talk about how long ago that was, but it was
You're
in
30
my
now.
20s.
It's okay. You 30 now. It's all right.
So people weren't talking about it, and just having all of that information and not even knowing what it was. Like when they told me, that's when I found out what fibroids were. And
Oh,
it was kind of shocking because I was also telling my mom, and she was like, "Yeah, I have them too." And I'm like, nobody's talking about it. But
right.
you know how they try to, hush hush about what's going on down there. We got to be private about it. And as I started talking, more and more women were experiencing fibroids, endometriosis, cervical cancer, and things like that. And as I was doing my research, I'm learning a lot of the environmental things that we run into every day: plastic, phthalates that are in a lot of smell goods, all of those plug-ins and fragrance and candles that we use have a lot of chemicals in them, which
Mhm.
also upsets our hormones. Um, Coupled with, when we think about health, we just think about our bodies and what we ingest and working out. We never think about our mental health. And mental health and stress throws our body off as well. So I wanted to make a community around women so we can feel more comfortable talking about these things, sharing our experiences, what worked for us. And I also have products, and my products are always going to be holistic and without all of the chemicals. So that lovely tart cherry candle that you're burning over there is vegan. It's soy wax with only essential oils. And so when you're burning that, you're not getting all of those chemicals and phthalates into the air that will throw off your hormones. Tart cherry is known to have a calming effect. So smelling it through aromatherapy is helpful to keep you calm. So does chocolate. It kind of balances you out, gives you a calm feel, but also has that caffeine or that uplifting smell, so it doesn't make you sleep. So I love to have that one on my desk at work. Although I can't burn it, I can smell it, and it kind of keeps me calm and leveled. Also, if you're having trouble sleeping, if you drink some tart cherry juice, 100% pure tart cherry juice, it helps you go to sleep. You might have some weird dreams, some lucid dreams, but you will get deep sleep.
You'll get some good sleep.
Yes. So we carry candles. We do have tea. We have the tart cherry tea that's coming, and the lavender vanilla. So it goes with the candle scents that we have.
Okay.
So we're looking about another month before those are launched. But yes, we have
Okay.
more goodies coming. So
So,
that's it's like.
so when did the balanced life start? Like, when did you establish, like, as a business? When did you launch your business?
I launched it to the public in 2020, January of 2021.
Okay.
I started working on it in the beginning of 2020, just
Okay.
because I was starting to go through more things. And then we were talking about surgery, and I was like, I really want to document this for people. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember going through my surgery, and my mom was looking at me like, I'm shocked. Even the doctors, they were like, "You don't have to push yourself," and I was like, I really don't feel any pain. Actually, the walking is helping. So I had a very rigorous routine that I had already had written out for my mom for when came to take care of me, because I was in Seattle at the time by myself. So she came up there for a month to take care of me. I had my meals planned out. Some of my meals I had already prepped and frozen. I didn't take any of the pain meds, and they were trying to encourage me to take them. And I'm like, we already know pain meds slow your system down, so you get constipated, and that's not going to feel good when you have a surgical incision that it has to pass by. So
Right.
we have to think about all of those things. And I was telling her, I was like, by eliminating that, I caused myself not to have so much pain. Now, everybody's different, but just being intuitive with myself, and then keeping myself in a headspace where I could be calm and not be stressed out and have to do so much. It was already pre-done for me because I did it prior to my surgery.
All right,
So
too. You did a lot of prepping already, so that way it was ready, and whoever was coming in to care for you, or even if you didn't have a caretaker, you kind of had it set where I'm gonna be okay for a little bit if I end up having to be by myself. But thank goodness for mom and having support to come out and take care of you. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So with fibroids, can we talk a little bit about that? Because I know it's a little touchy and some people are like, what all is that? That sounds like a woman deal. And I want to be honest. Any men or well, men period, any sons or dads or grandpas, whomever listening to this, you may have noticed this from your loved one. And so if it's something that you can be not, you need to be knowledgeable and let your lady or loved one, whomever that it may be, know that they need to go and they need to have that conversation, get checked out. So
Mhm.
what is it about fibroids? Can you go into a little bit detail of what all are fibroids and what
Yeah.
how did it make you feel? I know it's only your body, but how did it make you feel um when you were going through that?
Um, at first, I was really scared. One thing I want to say, it is Fibroid Awareness Month, so it's great
Ah,
that it's all going
ah,
together. So, support a person with fibroids. But like you said, men, we need you as well. Like there are times that it's going to impact you whether you want it to or not.
right.
But that's what it was. It started out, I
Uh-oh.
was actually having some stomach pain,
Okay.
but I'm not one to quickly run to the doctor for every little thing. Please listen to your bodies, yes, but also know when you need to, go to the doctor, get some things checked out. So I was having these weird pains, but it wasn't all the time. And it would help when I would eat, and I really didn't think anything of it. And I'm laughing because at the time, I was in school getting my master's, and I worked 2 jobs, and one of the jobs I didn't feel like going to that night. So I
Mm-mm.
was like, "I'm finna go to the little minor emergency room. I do have an issue that I need to get checked out, but I need a doctor's note so I don't have to go to work."
Right, right.
So, I'm trying to balance life out. Anyway, that was my 20-year-old brain thinking. And so I go and they're doing blood work and I'm telling them what's going on with my stomach. It's not all the time. And they was like, they looked a little scared. And the guy kept trying to get my blood and he couldn't for some reason, which was odd because I have very big veins. The nurses always slobbering over them when they see them. So I was like, okay. And so I was like, look, by the second time, I was like, you're going to have to go get the doctor or somebody else to come stick me because he wasn't getting anything and he was getting kind of antsy. So he finally got some blood and the doctor comes back in and he was like, Miss Page, you feel okay? I'm like, I'm here to see you as the doctor. No, I don't
Right.
feel okay.
I'm asking, do I feel okay? And I'm at the doctor's office, right?
Right. And now you have me really alarmed because I'm thinking it's not that bad, whatever it is. And
Mhm.
you're asking me, am I okay? And you're not saying anything. So he was just like, your iron level and your blood count is so low.
Oh,
So to the point he kind of wanted me to take a ambulance. And I was like, I'm not paying $600 for an ambulance. I'm gonna drive myself. It was literally down the street. And he was like, have you passed out recently? I was like, no.
no.
And I think my hematocrit at the time was like, it was below 18 years. Hematocrit is supposed to be like at a 36. That's, the
And what number was it?
it was like 17, 18. It was hovering around that.
Oh, okay.
So he thought I had a bleeding ulcer. So I get tubes stuck down me. They was like, you got an ulcer, but it's not bleeding. So we're gonna do some other things. And they did a body scan, and that's when they saw the fibroids and they sent me back to my OBGYN.
Okay.
So I loved him, loved him. I don't know if he's still alive, but it was Dr. Bird. He was the best
He must have been
OBGYN,
a seasoned OBGYN. Was
very
he
seasoned. He had
up
all
to age?
daughters. He
Mm.
was very gentle. I will go into the office and they keep doctor's offices cold to keep germs low. So
Right.
they even his nurses and his assistants, go give Miss Page a blanket, make sure she's warm. He'll come check in. I'm running behind with the next patient. Can you give me 5 more minutes? Yes. And do you need some water? Just very good bedside manners.
Yes.
So he came in and he sat down with me and he was like, well, Miss Page, you have fibroids. And he was like, it's kind of concerning because you were just here about 8 months ago and this was your ultrasound because I was having heavy bleeding. But we were
Mm-hmm.
just like, we just thought I had heavy bleeding. Nothing else was going on. And he was like, if you see this, this is what it looks like. And then he showed me my new ultrasound and you could clearly see these round white masses or whatever. And so he was just like, there's nothing we can do about them other than surgery.
Oh,
And then what else did he say?
other than surgery,
Like,
they
other than surgery, he was like, "But if they're not bothering you, I would not touch them because they can grow back." He was one of the most upfront doctors that I had throughout the whole entire time. And like
okay.
I said, now he's sitting down on my level and he's drawing like a uterus and showing me and going through the submucosal, the subserosal fibroids, basically where they are in your uterus. So are they inside the wall? Are they sticking out into the cavity? Are they sitting out? Are they on a stalk? Those are
Wow.
very painful. I heard. I don't have those, or did not have those. So it was just that. And so as I'm trying to kind of get more, I'm just finding black holes of you're gonna need a hysterectomy. And that was just the answer to all of it. So I went as long as I could before I needed surgery, which was, I had like some surgeries where they went in laparoscopically and like chiseled at them to kind of like help with the bleeding, but I never had the abdominal cut, like a C-section, until 2021.
Okay.
And I
So
had to at that point. It was a
you
had
had
to.
you had to. So I wanted to ask a question because you said we'll leave them alone unless you want us to kind of remove them, but you said they'll grow back.
Yes, they can grow
So
back.
even
So,
after you didn't cut them, they'll grow back anyway. Like so when you're cutting it, you're not removing everything, so it wouldn't come back, or like how
it's
do
not
they?
it's not how it works. So
Okay,
it's not like a cancer. You get all the cancer out and you're in remission, or
right.
it doesn't come back. It's not like that. It's you get them cut out, they can grow back. You can have nothing, absolutely nothing there, and they can grow back. So,
Mhm.
with that being said, I had the surgery in 2021. They are back. The monsters are back. I call them little monsters. They are back.
Oh,
They're not back with a vengeance, but they're back.
okay.
And so back to the surgery. I had the worst sciatic pain. I could not sit up at work. I would have to go home. And going home, I'm driving like this or
Mm,
like this because it's so painful. I had issues with going to the bathroom because my bowels were blocked. My and the, my uterus was so heavy and it was sitting on top of my bladder, so it would make me feel like I had to go to the bathroom. And I would go
right.
and like it's two trickles and nothing. And so I thought I had a urinary tract infection. And they was like, you don't have a urinary tract infection. And I was like, I got a urinary tract infection. But it wasn't until the sciatic pain where it was like, okay, we need to get this out. Like I had a bad experience with one doctor when they don't listen about pain. And she kept trying to tell me that my pain was getting better. And I was like, I'm going to be out of character. And you never think it's going to happen to you because I've been going through this for a while. I've seen some stuff, but it was just blatant disrespect at that point.
Right.
So I called. My doctor was out at the time, so she was sitting in. So that was the only reason I really didn't lose it all the way. But I did make myself known. And my doctor called me while she was overseas and was like, I'm going to get a
Wow.
different doctor to see you tomorrow. And that different doctor was like, I'm pretty sure you need surgery. I'm going to talk to your doctor. And we started planning from then.
Okay. That's good. That's good. So in 20, you said that was in 2020. one where you
Mhm,
had the surgery. And
mhm.
so to get all that. And what's the recovery time? Did it take you a while to kind of get back to feeling like yourself, sort of?
Um, the recovery time, medical terms, is 6 to 8 weeks.
16. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Um, I felt I was certain things were you're cutting your core muscles, so, like, I would still have
Right.
issues with, like, core, sitting for long times and things like that, but I was more revived. I felt very good after the surgery because now my blood levels are up. I'm not
Mhm.
having as much pain. I had a lot of energy because I had my blood levels back. My iron wasn't low. I really felt like I was glowing. People told me I was glowing. So I felt really good. And like I said, like one of the things that I really like, but I have to, I tell my clients this when I'm working one on one with a lady that's about to go through a surgery because you're scared.
Mhm.
And I know how it was for me when I was going into it, and just being able to have somebody there that has gone through it, I would have wanted that. But also I'm like, our bodies are so like neat and magical. Like it's gonna your I tell people all the time, your body's gonna do whatever it can to make itself sustain and
Right.
you,
Yes,
what
definitely.
you're doing is making it kind of helping it out a little bit and making you feel good about it. And that's the best I felt in my entire life. Like being able to put good wholesome nutrients in my body and being able to be calm and not worry about work and going outside, and people don't understand like going outside and actually getting the vitamin D from the sun. So every day I had 30 minutes of outside time, really more than that, but intentional outside time where I was sitting in the sun, I was eating my fruit or whatever juice that I juiced or went to press to get juiced or whatnot, and just allowing my body to heal and
Hmm.
really get in tune with yourself a little more during that time as well. So it was very healing mentally as well for me, not just for my body, but mentally. So I enjoy doing that with women and seeing the outcome after that. I just did that with a lady that was going through a hysterectomy. So we walked her through that and how to like really focus on her recovery and her holistic and her whole self.
Definitely, definitely. I wish I'd known you back in 2019. I would have had you on my phone like, excuse me. I need some I need some help. 'Cause I mean, to be honest, when any type of surgery is really traumatic on the body.
Mhm,
And one thing that I've learned is, like you said, allow your body time to heal. And I'm at fault because I felt I was healed and I was doing better, and I'm like, okay, I can start moving and doing things, and then a few months later, my body is like, I wasn't finished healing just yet.
mhm,
So now you have this other issue, and it's like, darn, but you learn, you live to learn, and you kind of figure it out, and you kind of help and share and educate other people so that way they don't have to go through that same experience. So kudos to you. I appreciate you being transparent on sharing that, because I know that's personal. But a lot of women, they need to know definitely about fibroids and how it can definitely affect your body, and advocating for yourself, even if you have to step out of character at
mhm.
times, because sometimes those doctors don't listen. But
Wow.
I'm happy that you have a good doctor that will call you from overseas and say, "Hey, this is not what we're doing here. Let me get you the help that you need." So, and then that ties into the balanced life, because you do have to find a balance. Oh my
Mhm,
gosh, a balance. Now, at the beginning, you mentioned a few things, and I know some people probably skipped over it, but you mentioned about different particles and um, chemicals that we use, air fresheners and and candles. Can you share a little bit about your research that you discovered on your journey with creating your business and how it influences us?
Yes, a lot of things that we come into contact with are chemically made, a lot of sustainable, not sustainable, but to sustain like a smell. Phthalates are a chemical that they put in like perfumes, candles, plugins. Plugins are like the worst of the phthalates and they have very high levels. So if you have asthma, it's really not good for you. Any type of respiratory issues. We also have heard the recent research about, it's not recent research, but it's becoming popular about plastic, how it throws off your hormones. So we come into contact with that all the time. We're drinking bottled water because we don't like the water at the faucet, or they tell us the water at the faucet is bad. So we're buying those bottled waters. So just like when you came to my house for Thanksgiving and all the older people like, where the Tupperware, baby? We're going to use this glass
Right.
because we're going to keep it balanced in the house, okay?
Right. Yeah,
So,
you called me out. Yeah, we did cut up a little bit.
so,
Plates and all the other stuff, see, and because we do get comfortable.
mhm,
I mean, if
very,
we're just gonna be honest, we get comfortable instead of just using what we should use. Because back in the day, they didn't have paper plates,
mhm.
paper cups,
Okay.
and all that other stuff. You ate on the real stuff. So I'm
Mhm.
sorry. I just wanted to say you're right. You're right. She called me out, y'all.
But I try to get rid of all the plastic. We don't do plastic in the house as much as we can. I know there's some things we bring into the house, but as far as like our daily use, I don't drink out of a plastic bottle because it leaches into our food and our drinks. A lot of this GMO stuff, chemicals. Even when I'm dealing with my fruit, if the fruit don't have seeds in it, I'm not gonna eat it. Lord didn't make barren fruit, so if it's not producing well, that what helps produce the seeds and make it healthy are what the vitamins that our bodies need. So if those are being
Right.
extracted out and replaced with chemicals to make it last longer, then it's gonna upset our hormones. One of the biggest ones that I've found is dairy.
Mm.
A lot of people don't like to hear it. I didn't want to hear it. I was a cheese eater. I loved me some good old Rotel, but I had to
Oh,
give
girl, you know that Rotel. Mm.
it up.
We ain't gonna
And
talk about that.
I noticed a lot of people think, lactose intolerance is, oh, I have an upset stomach, I'm bloated, I got gas, whatever. And that's not how it presented in me. And I did not pay attention to it until later. Um, I had acne real bad, cystic acne, hurt, red bumps that don't pop. My face was flaky, and it was nothing. I was in my 30s and looking like I was 15 by the face. And I was just like,
Mm.
what is going on? Went to all of the dermatologists, the best, the holistic. It just wasn't working.
Wow.
Um, and when I say holistic, it wasn't a doctor, it was a pharmacist. And so I started doing research, and people were talking about how dairy was affecting the cystic acne. So I stopped the dairy. I started slowing down, then I immediately stopped. You see, I don't have the cystic acne anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started doing more research and how it clogs pores, it clogs receptors. I'm not gonna go into all the diabetic issues that the sugar don't really cause the diabetes. Check out your dairy and your red meat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Check it out. She not lying, y'all. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Definitely check that out. And then you'll start to see that your body's dealing with the sugar a lot different. And then when we get away from the refined sugar again, extracting all of the good things out and adding the chemical in to make it last longer is setting our bodies off, our hormones off. So I can definitely tell if I
Right.
try to cheat a little bit. I don't really mess with the dairy because now it just does not do me any justice. So if I try to cheat or I don't have other things around when it comes to the sugar and I eat refined sugar, I can definitely tell how it throws my body off, down to irritating the fibroids. I can't talk today. Fibroids, and also more bleeding during that time of the month. So just being mindful of those things. I know it sounds like a lot, but that's what our bodies naturally want.
Right.
It's
But
just
it's
about,
part of that, it's part of that balance.
yes, you got to
I mean,
balance.
either you're going to be, I mean, just think of it. If you're not balanced, then it's kind of, you're kind of in, I don't want to say chaos, but that's kind of what it almost feels like. I mean, just imagine how you just talked about your acne. Nobody wants to feel that, and you're trying to figure out what is going on with my face.
Mhm,
So yeah, and then once you find, you're like, well, let me try something different. It's like a balance.
mhm,
So it makes perfectly sense. And with that milk, I learned a lot about milk. I'm not a milk drinker. I used to love chocolate milk when I was little. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing. You want some milk? Yep, chocolate. I'll take chocolate milk, right? But as you got older, I'm not into milk, and I don't really eat cereal like I used to when I was a kid. So I'm not really a milk drinker. And so when I really started making some changes with the milk, I just kind of encouraged, my husband Reggie, um, let's buy some other kind of milk. I'll bring in some almond milk or some oat milk. And after a while, it worked. And I'll say it
mhm,
worked for him because I'm not a cereal. He's a big cereal drinker. So now all he uses is almond milk. But it does make a difference when you have something that has regular milk in it. You're like, oh,
mhm.
I'm
And
not
you
gonna
can
be able to
taste
do that. Mm-hmm.
what I was
Once
drinking. I went to give me a matcha. I said, "Oh, this is too sweet." And it's not that I mind the sweet. I just knew it wasn't right.
it wasn't right, right. It wasn't right. Even when they make those smoothies, because I always ask, well, what is it made with? And they say milk. I'm like, mm-mm. No, because you're not gonna have me out here blowing everybody else away because my stomach is upset. So I'm not gonna be able to participate. I'm just saying. But yeah, so that is very true. So I encourage anyone just to do a little bit of research on milk. And now I've noticed that they're doing this uh the raw milk. Have you seen that where they're doing the raw milk from the? It's supposed to be raw. You haven't seen that?
Raw from
Why
what?
are you looking at me crazy?
Because I'm like, are we talking about unpasteurized milk? Why is anybody drinking it?
Yes, I'm serious. I'm dead serious. Look, girl, look it up. And I'm in the store and I see when I'm gonna take a picture and send it to you. But there has been, I want to say, maybe two or three instances where there was a segment on the news where people got sick from
It
that. But
well, you got the cow flu or whatever flu the cows be getting. And see, I don't know anymore because I don't indulge. Like, now,
mhm.
I don't want people to get too stuck on the milk because that's what people tell me. I don't drink milk. Well, your cheese, your sour cream, your butter.
That
Um,
butter.
your Yes. Now the butter for me, I don't use it as much because of the cholesterol and stuff. I can deal with butter. I try not to, but as far as the cheese and the sour cream and stuff like that, like, we have to be mindful. I was a very big sour cream person, slapping sour cream on the nachos. That was my thing. But
Uh,
yeah, not unpasteurized milk. Wow, no,
yes.
they
On
got
the
so many
couch.
diseases going around. All the animals are getting sick.
Uh, have you noticed that? Girl, okay, listen, we can have a whole nother segment about health and what. Yeah, we can talk. We can talk, KP. So we gonna focus. We're gonna try to focus on the balanced life. But wait, let me tell you this one thing. Have you seen the documentary They're Trying to Kill Us?
No, I did watch What the Health, and
Oh,
that
okay.
was right before I stopped eating the dairy. And a lot of people was like, "Oh, he was trying to badmouth some big companies. I ain't gonna say their names or
Mhm.
whatever." Um, it, I shouldn't say badmouth. Tell the truth. People felt like bad mouthing. Some of it I didn't get into the minutia of it because I was like, it could be a little bit of you pushing your agenda, but all of like the slaughterhouses, and it's manifesting now. I'm telling you, like it's on the news. The bird flu is going around. What
Yep.
mad cow disease? That's what it is. I kept calling it the cow flu, but the mad cow disease is coming back up. But you start to see how they send them to the slaughterhouses, and some of these animals have abscess that are bursting. And yes, they might get rid of that animal. If you're at a good butcher, they'll get rid of that animal, but are they cleaning that belt, or is your
Mhm.
meat now touching this abscess stuff that's getting into your meat? And
Right.
then if you have a butcher that's kind of trying to cut some corners, he gonna cut the bad part out and then sell it to you. But remember, this is a system, a body, so things have flown through it. So if it touched,
It
you
touched
see what
everything.
I'm
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
And then how they were keeping the chickens all in the coop, and then one chicken gets sick and spread it to the other chickens, and how they were dumping and close to these farms and things like that. So I did watch that one,
Okay.
but
That is a good one. I think that was the third one that I watched after. It's so many of them on Netflix, I think it was. Because once you start watching one, they said, "Oh, you might like this one," and I was like, "Oh, oh, oh, oh!" And all of them are so informative, and it's very, very educational because it makes you pause and wonder, like, "Wait, what?"
mhm,
But then when you pay attention, you start to actually notice like they're not lying. Like it's
mhm,
they're not lying. And I can get it because I've even talked to people saying, well, back in our day, your grandfather had a farm and I said, but he had a farm and he did everything a little bit differently versus a major corporation
mhm.
that's
Mass
the
produced.
massing, yes. So when I say I appreciate farmers, I absolutely do. Because I can tell when I buy a vegetable and that vegetable comes home, it does not take long for it to do what it needs to do versus if I buy one in a store and it's still been sitting there for about 2 weeks.
And it's the same.
Right.
It's
It's the
like
same.
it's like
Yeah.
why you don't have any hair or something on you yet, or mushy.
Right. But we can talk about health and food and girl, we're gonna have a whole nother segment just on that alone. Like we need to pay attention. But I'm hoping that I can be able to show this documentary they're trying to kill us because I really think it's I haven't well, I'm not gonna say nothing else. I'm just hoping that I can be able to show it. So when I get it finalized, I'm gonna invite you to come on up and so you can watch it with us and we'll go from there. But so with the balanced life, let me pull up my little thing. And my candle's still burning, y'all. Can y'all see it? Yay. You don't even see any smoke or anything coming. You know how you like them other ones? Them people that love, that B and BW. Y'all know who I'm
Mhm.
talking about because I don't go there for their annual sale, so I ain't worried about it. But anyways,
Toxic chemicals.
right, you don't see all of that coming off of this candle. But with the balanced life, essential oils.
Mhm.
What? Tell because there's an essential oil that you were telling me about. Tell me about these essential oils you have.
So I have your basics like your lavender. Of course, I'm gonna keep the lavender in there. Again,
Mhm.
it helps with the sleep and calming. One little tidbit: every night before, I told you I had a rigorous schedule, and
Right.
it was down to the T. And I, y'all, that'll be another segment too. We'll have to talk about some of the things that I did, but every night before I went to bed, my mom would turn my diffuser on with my lavender in the inside the diffuser, and then I would have the room cold because I don't like to sleep hot. But by the end of the day, I was kind of sore from just like, holding my core up and trying to strengthen those muscles again. So
Mhm.
after a nice bath, oiled up, my mom would put me in the bed and diffuse my lavender, and it really would help calm me down, and I will be able to relax and go into a good sleep. Um, we also have old school clove oil. I don't really like to diffuse that one by itself that much. I like to use it around the house. I don't know if y'all remember back in the day or back in my day when my grandma stayed at grandma's house, that clove oil would be placed on like wounds, or if you had a toothache, it's really good for toothaches.
Mm.
Cleaning, antibacterial, antimicrobial. So a lot of our oils you can diffuse, or you can make cleaning products out of it. We do have a lemon balm oil, so I like to mix that with some peppermint, or I like to do the clove and peppermint, especially during the winter months, and spread the countertops down, wipe those down. Also, they can go
So,
into.
so wait, you can put the oil on the countertop?
Mhm.
Huh. I
Yes.
didn't think of that. Like, okay.
Yes. You can definitely put it on the countertop. Remember, you're diluting it in water as well.
Right. Okay.
Um, and then, so on my website, on the blog, I have to pull it over because I redid the website, but I showed everyone how to make house sprays, and they can be used for a lot of different things. You can spray pillows, like you said, like I said, countertops. It's You can put either baking soda in it, or you can also put witch hazel in it. So it helps.
I like the witch hazel.
Yeah. So it's a lot of things that you can do. I'm not going to make all the products. I will tell you how to make some of the products for yourself. You can make some salves. You can make some oils to put on achy muscles. I've used some of the oils
You said
mixed with
salve?
salve, like oral ointment.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
act, you making me feel, oh, maybe it's just a southern thing too, because the young people don't say salve anymore.
Making you feel old. Listen, we both from Memphis, so hey, let's not go down.
It's
Don't
like,
start. I haven't heard of the. I don't think I've heard of the salve. That's why when you said to put on your muscles and stuff,
mhm,
because at times I have a lot of joint pain, usually within my lower back or like my hip.
mhm.
So I'm just curious. I can use this to kind of rub on myself. That helps any day.
Rub and stretch, yoga, all of that
Okay.
for your
Okay.
for what am I trying to say? For blood flow. And then we'll talk offline about your lower back pain, especially if
Okay.
it's sciatic. You shouldn't be stretching that. You should be gliding that.
Well, I don't have a sciatic problem. I
You
don't.
know what
Yeah,
I'm
my
saying?
sister has that, so I know how she explains
Yeah.
that and describe it, but I don't have that problem. It's just more of I don't know how to. Sometimes it just feels like
Something
somebody's
really going
like
there.
needing. Yes,
Mhm.
yeah. And to be honest, it has. I didn't have this problem before, but chemo treatments and that Taxol, I had allergic reaction to Taxol, and it felt like a bunch of people with fists, and they were just boom, 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 beating my back. And so now, after treatments and all that, it's just kind of there. It's very faint, but sometimes it just really bothers me. So yeah,
Yeah.
but we can talk. We can
Yeah.
talk. Yes, help your girl out. I got to stay youthful. You know what I mean. But salve, I'm definitely look into that. And so where can they find you or follow you? Where are you on social media?
I'm at the Balanced Life Holistic on social media, all one word. It's the same logo as the logo that you put on the announcement for the live or
Okay.
for the podcast. And also at the Balanced Life Holistic.com.
Come on, website.
So you can go to the website. You can email me if you need to schedule time. I do a free 15-minute consultation. So steer you in the right direction. I used to have services like coaching services, but I don't feel like I was reaching the people like I wanted to. And so you have to be ready. You definitely have to be ready. So I do a lot of, like I said, prepping for surgery, because the surgery is happening, so you're going to work towards that. But when
Right.
you're trying to help people change diets and lifestyles, then that's what the 15-minute consultation for is for. And another product that will be coming soon. Um, Remember, y'all, it's just me and only me, so I don't like to give out dates because
I
things
know that's right.
I have a 9 to 5 job that, we got that. But also just life. So I'm not gonna give you a date and time, but it will be before the end of the year. We have a 30-day detox that will be rolling out. And it's not your normal 30-day detox. I'm not doing you a meal plan and things like that. It is complete. I just have to get it in the format. So I'm typing it up and putting it in a format for you. And it is not just, it's not the normal, what you normally see out there. So this 30-day detox is going to help you. We're not going to just detox our body. We're not just taking a bunch of stuff to try to strip our bodies and not fill it back up. Uh,
Hmm.
we're going to start off with our mind. We're going to do a detox. But as we're detox, we're adding the good stuff back in. How can we, regulate our mind? How can we reduce that stress? How can we, really dig deep and see what's really going on with us? Do you even take time in a day to just sit down and just close your eyes and just go through your body and feel every inch of yourself and see what's going on with that part of your body? Your body talks to you. You just got to listen. And I can tell you, if you live in America, you probably ain't listen, because we're a go, go, go type of society.
Hmm.
So the first couple of weeks we do that, and then we go into detoxing our actual bodies. And within that detox, we're detoxing our fridge and what's in our pantries and adding the healthy things back in. And it seems like, oh, that's just going to be an easy fix. But how many times do you go to the grocery store and put something in there and then you're like, I don't want that?
Right.
Or when I'm
Forget
telling
about
when I'm telling you to get rid of the whites, like, are you gonna lose it? And when I say get rid of the whites, your white sugar, your white rice, anything, this starchy stuff that has been really stripped, like how to slowly incorporate that into your daily routine. And there's some activities. There are journals that go with these. I am going to give you some recipes with this. We do a detox juice. We do that together. You become a part of a community, so you can talk to the people in the community and continue to partner with them. There might be somebody in there that lives in your same city. You might want to do a walking group or a meditation group, but it's just to build a community around people. This isn't an easy journey. We can act like it's easy, but it's not. But
it.
it's better to do the work now when you're youthful and you have money than to wait till you're older and you can't do it, or you have all of these pills that you have to take and all of this doctor's appointments and things that you're trying to do on a pension, or not a pension, a retirement plan. So
Right.
trying to do that now so we can stay here and live on God's green earth and, be with family or whatever you like to do. But I'm excited about the detox, because it really goes into everything. And then we go back to detoxing our bodies when it comes to, like, how are we incorporating workouts. I'm not a gym rat. I don't like the gym, so we don't do gym. So if you like me and you're not really like committed to the gym type person, we have other activities for you to do, and you'll be surprised how easy these activities are going to be to add into your daily routine. And then we close out by doing the self-care, just making sure we're taking care of ourselves and going back into connecting with ourselves. And then the journal helps you, first of all, go through the process of some of the detox and adding, but also you can go back and read this journal and see where you were in the beginning, and then you'll be able to see the progress all the way up until the end, and I can guarantee you that part.
I like that. Now, excuse me. She has broken down the whole entire 30 days for you. So I know this is something you need to look forward to that's coming out. She said definitely before the end of the year. So we have to make sure that we continue to follow KP at the Balanced Life so we can get that useful information. Because, when you do something for so long, it becomes a habit, right? And when it
Mhm.
becomes a habit, it's just like a regular routine. You don't even think about it. It's like second nature. So we definitely need to make sure that we support you. And let me know when it's coming out so I can be ready. Be be ready. Okay.
You go be
I'm just
ready.
I'm just saying I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna be ready. So one more time they can follow you at Balanced Life. Oh no, the Balanced Life Holistic, right?
Yes,
And that's on, is it Instagram and Facebook?
just Instagram.
Instagram. Okay, so just Instagram, and then they can go to your website at thebalancedlifeholistic.com and they can see all of your services and wonderful products that are out. So go and support a small business. This is something that you definitely need to do. I'm gonna make sure I try to keep you in rotation to highlight your different things that you have, so that way they can go and support you most definitely because she's local. I say
Yeah.
she's local because she in Texas is right down the street. So
Yes, it's down the street.
yeah, it's local. It's local. But thank you so much, KP, for coming on Charity Tuesdays. This has been a lot of information. I mean, we've talked about health and fibroids and all these different things and advocacy and then starting your small business. And kudos to you for making your journey and your health transparency as a message for your business. I think that's wonderful. And thank you for sharing and educating people about what's going on. So I appreciate you coming on Strategy Tuesdays. Yes.
Thank you for having me. And don't forget to
Fine.
plant your topper.
Oh, oh yeah, that's right. I'm
Yes.
supposed to plant this because it has seeds or something in it, right?
Yes, you can.
Oh,
It has wildflowers in them, very beautiful wildflowers.
that's true. Wait, I was just gonna put it back on top. I can't do that. Huh? Okay. Well,
Man,
not
you
while
can,
it's burning.
no, please don't. Right, it's perfect.
Yeah, right.
Well, yes, you can put it back on there. And
Oh,
also you can wait till you burn the, if you are gonna burn the full candle, you can plant it in there. Though I wanted everything to be sustainable where you can reuse, less waste,
okay.
and healthy things to have in your house.
Okay. I
Yes.
love that. Okay, I wasn't gonna throw it away, but I'm gonna make sure I need to plant those.
Yes.
Yes, but I want to pick a spot so
Yes.
it'll be looking right when I do plant it. All right, KP. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And guys, don't forget to be intentional, insightful, and impactful in everything that you do. Remember to share the tea. Don't spill it. All right. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.